Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be bringing you guys my week 1 preview of the Washington football team's matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. I will be giving you guys an injury update on both teams. I'll be giving you guys keys to victory for the Washington football team, and at the end I will give you guys my score prediction and just what I think will happen in the game on Sunday. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content, hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get into the preview. Week 1 is finally here, and man, am I excited for the Washington football team season this year. As all of you guys know, the Washington football team will be facing off against the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, September 12th at 1 p.m. I do believe the game is on Fox, and a great matchup. I think it should be a good game. The offensive rookie of the year last year in Justin Herbert versus last year's defensive rookie of the year in Chase Young. I cannot wait for this game. Let's get started with an injury update before we get to keys to victory for the Washington football team. So basically, same injury report as yesterday. The official one hasn't come out yet, but yesterday the only player on the injury report for the Washington football team was Curtis Samuel, and he was listed as, a non-participant. Same thing today, so very, very slim chances of him playing in week 1 and probably not, in week 2 as well, because it's a short rest, and even if he is healthy, you probably want to rest him until week 3 because that'll be 10 days of rest. Sorry about that. So yeah, not good news again. He was doing some stretching on the side field. I really think they should, just give him a week where he just does nothing, maybe some stretching, but that's it. Just have him stay in his house because, give it some time to rest. And I know he's been resting it for a while, but him even being on the field might aggravate it a little bit. So I would shut him down at least for a week or so, but they're the doctors, not me. So him not being, playing this week is not good news, but, everywhere, everyone else seems to be healthy. Good news on William Jackson. I believe he said he was 100% healthy today, so that's great news. They were just being cautious with him in training camp and preseason. I think he's going to be, a key piece for the Washington football team this season, and I'm going to be interested to see if he's going to be man-marking Keenan Allen the whole game. That is something to keep your eye out on. And then, the Chargers, they've got, their own injury issues as well. Austin Eckler, their running back, one of the better running backs in the league. He's a great pass catcher, also a good runner as well, has, not practiced the last couple of days. And, they think the team is optimistic he will be able to play week 1, but we'll see. There's things can change. He'll probably play, but could be hampered a little bit with that hamstring injury. And if that's the case, that's a huge advantage to the Washington football team. Besides that, Brian Bulaga, their tackle, he was on the injury report, but he was a full participant yesterday. He's dealing with a groin injury, and they've got a couple other guys, a corner who did not practice, but no one, that notable. But it's going to be, tough if Washington, Curtis Samuel likely is going to be out, but also if Austin Eckler is out for the Chargers, that's a huge blow to them as well. But it's likely that he will play. So let's get into the keys to victory for the Washington football team. Alright, so let's get into the keys to victory for the Washington football team, and then after that, I'll get into my score prediction and why I think we might have an advantage in this game against the Chargers. So the first one is we have to be able to protect Fitzpatrick, and especially Cosme. It's likely going to be Cosme against Bosa, and he's going to need to do a good job, protecting Fitzpatrick, because, I'm not worried really about their other defensive linemen. They, don't have too many, great defensive linemen, but Joey Bosa is an elite edge rusher, and you have to be able to contain him. It's going to be hard, but if they can contain him, he can have a couple pressures, but we can't let him be a monster like he usually is, and that's going to be a, tough task for Sam Cosme to, be able to do, but, he's looked good so far in the preseason. You guys see right here, he was one of the highest graded rookie offensive lineman during the preseason. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Maybe I'm not sure if any Chargers fans are watching right now. Let me know, but maybe Joey Bosa rotates onto both sides, and he'll be going up against Charles Leno, who he is an average offensive lineman, maybe above average, but he is a veteran, so he knows what to expect from a player like Joey Bosa. But the offensive line as a whole is going to have to, be able to, protect Fitzpatrick, give him some time to throw, because, we're missing Curtis Samuel. So it might take, some guys might not be open right away, and it might take some more time. So we got to be able to protect Fitzpatrick. The next one, this is a cliche one, but I think it's important. And once we get into week 2 and week 3 and beyond, I won't be doing these as much. But, we got to be able to win the turnover battle. And, every team has an advantage, when they win the turnover battle. But Ron Rivera has a super, super high win percentage when he does win the turnover battle. And if you look at last year, almost every single game we won the turnover battle, and every game we lost it. So it directly correlates with winning. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be have to be able to take care of the football, and we don't need him to be a gunslinger. Like, we have a good enough defense to where we can run the ball a decent amount of time. And if we need to pass, if we need to make a big play, we can do that. But I feel like our defense is good enough to where we don't need to be scoring 27, 30 plus points in a game to win. So we'll see, but we got to be able to, limit the turnovers on offense, not just Fitzpatrick, the other guys, as well. Gibson, some of the receivers, Cam Sims had a fumble in the preseason, and our defense is going to be, hopefully they can create some turnovers as well. Chase Young going up against Rashawn Slater, that's a good matchup. That's another great matchup. They had their battles in college, and let's see what Chase Young can do against him in the pros. Hopefully he can force some turnovers, as well as some of the other guys on the defensive line. We got to win the turnover battle, or at least have it be level, if we want a chance to win this game. So hopefully Fitzpatrick can take care of the ball. This next one is very, very important to me. We absolutely have to be good on special teams this game. Like, I just want a clean special teams game for the Washington football team. Dustin Hopkins, he has to make his kicks. I'm fine if he misses like he did in the preseason, a 55-yarder, whatever, but he's got to make anything under 50, and you would like if he could make a 50-yarder as well. And then other aspects of special teams got to be able to cover on punt returns and kick returns, and just take care of the ball as a punt returner and kick returner. We don't, it's nice to have these extra yards, these big returns, but I'm also fine with just fair catching it and taking your yards right there. Also, limit the penalties on special teams, because it's a drive killer when either on a punt return or a kick returner, when the returner takes it out from the 5 or 10 or 15-yard line, and there's a block in the back, and the offense has to start like at the 10-yard line. You can't do that. So kick returns, honestly, I'm fine if they just don't even take it out. Just kneel down and take the ball at the 25, because you're not going to fumble if you do that, and also no risk of penalties. So that's something. I need a clean operation from special teams this week if we want to win. I mean, we can still win if we don't, but it's going to be much easier if we're able to, have a clean special teams operation. So the next one is, our receivers. Beside, Curtis Samuel likely is going to be out, so we already know Terry's going to ball out. But, Adam Humphries, De'Ami Brown, Cam Sims, even, DeAndre Carter or Dax Milne, if they play, they got to be able, they have to step up, and, they got to be big time. They got to, step up for Curtis Samuel and, De'Ami Brown. I think he's going to be able to do that. And it's going to be, it could be, honestly, a blessing in disguise. Obviously we want Curtis Samuel to play, but let's say Curtis Samuel's injury, he's only out for 2 or 3 weeks. De'Ami Brown, though, in those 3 weeks, getting those extra reps absolutely is, on fire. And then you have a trio of Curtis Samuel, De'Ami Brown, and Terry McLaurin. And, De'Ami Brown getting those extra reps could help them. Adam Humphries, let's hope he can play well. He has that chemistry with Fitz, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. And Cam Sims, he's had a quiet camp, quiet preseason. Let's see what he can do this week, with Curtis Samuel likely out. He's going to get a lot of snaps. So receivers have to step up. And another one, this one is very, very important as well. We have to be able to start out fast. And this is on Scott Turner, and the offense as a whole. But, our offense has to be, and our defense as well. We have to be able to start out fast. We did not score a single point on the opening drive until the last game of the season. That cannot happen. We have, and throughout the whole first half, we got to be able to score a decent amount of points. We were like the second worst first half team in the NFL last year. We were a really, really good, second half team because Ron Rivera can make adjustments, but we don't need to be an elite second half team. Let's be a good or even an average first half team, and we know what we can do in the second half. Got to start out fast on offense, also defensively. That was an issue last year as well. We allowed a bunch of points in the first half. Our offense was definitely worse than our defense in the first half, but our defense definitely was not good. There was many games where the offense had over 20 points in the first half. That cannot happen this week and this season. We got to start out much faster, and let's see what Scott Turner can do with a quarterback that he likes. So those are the keys to victory. Let's get into my score prediction and why I think we have an advantage in this game. So the reason why I think the Washington football team has an advantage over the Chargers this week is because, they have a completely new coaching staff. They have a new, offensive system and defensive system, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chargers fans. Also, not only do they have a new head coach, they have a rookie head coach. So, I think he'll end up being a great coach, or at least a good one. But these rookie head coaches early on tend to struggle a little bit, maybe in the first couple of weeks, because they've never coached or been a head coach in the NFL before. So it might take them a couple weeks to adjust. Maybe Brandon Staley is special and this won't happen to him, but I think that gives Washington an advantage, especially when they have a very, veteran coaching staff at least on on defense, and their head coach in Jack Del Rio, who's been a head coach before and a defensive coordinator on great teams, and Ron Rivera. Scott Turner, still new, but they're in their second season in the system. So, we'll see. We'll see. I think it should be a good game, but my prediction for this game will be the Washington football team winning 24-20. Could be a little bit more high scoring than that, but I think the Washington football team will edge out and win. It is at home, and like I said, I think having a new coaching staff might be a little bit of an adjustment for them the first couple of weeks. Also, they didn't plan this preseason at all, and I don't think it's a big deal, but it might take them a possession or two to get back into the swing of things. So let me know in the comments down below, what is your score prediction for this game? And like I said, the score prediction could definitely change if Austin Eckler is out or if someone else besides Curtis Samuel is out. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.